This is Matt for Into Boxing. Delighted to be joined by Sky's Matt Macklin. Matt, we're here in Jeddah, one of the biggest rematches in boxing history. Anthony Joshua, Oleksandr Usyk. How excited are you for this fight? How excited are you for this fight on Saturday?
Oh, massively so. I mean, a rematch is always intriguing, isn't it? I mean, and for Anthony Joshua, you know, if you're superstitious, he's got a very nice omen because he came out here for a rematch a couple of years ago against Andy Ruiz. Got the job done then, so I think he'll draw confidence from that. You know, he's done it once before, and he'll believe that he can do it again.
Is this a different story, though? Are we talking about now one of the pound-for-pound best fighters in boxing? And that's no discredit to Andy Ruiz, but is this a much tougher ask?
I think it is a bit different in the sense that I think it was easier for Joshua to get his head around the fact that he got beat by Ruiz. There were reasons. He took his eye off the ball. All the talk was Wilder Fury. You know, he did look past him. And you know, he dropped him, he went for the finish, he got caught with a shot, and he paid the price for that. So I think it was easier for him to process that defeat and to rectify in his head what he needs to do to change that. This is probably harder because, you know, he was comprehensively outboxed and beaten in the end by Usyk. But it wasn't a one-sided beatdown. You know, he was competitive in the fight, Joshua. There was a period in the middle of it where I thought the tide was turning. You know, he won 3 out of probably the four of the middle rounds. You know, I think boxing that fight with Usyk, where, you know, in and out with the feet, the feinting, I think it just fatigued him too much. Usyk's used to fighting like that. That's how he fights. And even though Joshua was able to compete with him and stay with him, it exhausted him. And then when it comes to the final third of the fight, he couldn't step up when Usyk did. So I think he'll look at that and he'll realise my mindset's got to be different, my tactics have to be different. I can't stand back and outbox this guy. I've got to go in there, take the centre of the ring, dictate and put it on him.
When we talk about that game plan, though, and you look at the physique of Oleksandr Usyk for this fight, he looks like he's come in not to move around. Is this going to be a case of seeing how Oleksandr carries that extra muscle mass, because he looks ripped to shreds for this, even more than he does normally? Looks like he's carrying more muscle. Do you think that's been done intentionally to try and get the knockout in this fight?
I'm not sure. I mean, I was surprised in the first fight that he came in 5 or 6 pounds heavier than he had for the fight with Derek Chisora. I thought maybe that might slow him down, but clearly it didn't. It'll be interesting to see what he does weigh on Friday, because he does look bigger, but we might have it wrong. I don't know. He does look it, but we'll wait and see. You know, is he a few pound? Maybe that's negligible difference. Is he 10 pound heavier? That will be a difference. You would imagine carrying that extra weight would slow him down a little bit. I don't think he can stand toe to toe and have a mid range. I don't think he can bang with Anthony Joshua. I don't think Usyk can do that. I don't think he'll try and do that. If he's put on too much muscle, then you would naturally think that will slow down his movement, and I think he needs to be pretty mobile, because I think Joshua's going to put it on him.
What do you make? I think Johnny Nelson made some comments saying if he doesn't win, they may pack it in. Do you think that's going to be a case if Joshua loses, or depending on the manner of a defeat? Can you see Anthony Joshua calling it a day if he gets beaten in good fashion by Usyk?
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of money left on the table. I know he doesn't need it, but
yeah,
we think.
You know, I don't know. I think he's look, he's heavyweight champion of the world. Do you know what I mean? This is going for his 3rd time. It was a rematch clause. It was a fight. He lost on points. I don't think Anthony Joshua wants to hang around in boxing for paydays. He's got loads of money. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if he loses, look, it depends how he loses. If he loses by a split decision and it's a great fight, they're going to go again. Yeah. If he gets stopped in 6 rounds in a one-sided beatdown, then it wouldn't shock me if he walked away.
Right, I won't keep you too long because I think you lot are going to be going live soon. So just before we go, give us your final thoughts, your final prediction. What happens Saturday? Who wins and how?
No, look, I think Usyk's the favourite. I think you have to say he's the favourite. But speaking to Anthony Joshua earlier, I liked what I heard. I think he's in a good place mentally. I think he knows that his mindset is the key. I think he knows he's got to go out there and be the better man. Yeah. He's got to dictate, and he's got to not just, you know, when I say be the better man, he's got to impose himself, be the bigger man, and put it on him, and you know, impose himself. He can't stand. He's not going to outbox him, so don't try and outbox him. Get it, but you can outfight him.
Yeah.
You can outfight him for sure. Just make sure that it's that type of fight.
So you're backing Anthony Joshua to win by stoppage?
No, I didn't say that.
So what are you backing?
Look, I said that you've got to favour Usyk. Okay. You've got to favour Usyk, but I like what I'm hearing from Anthony Joshua.
Nice way to sit on that, get that splinter on that fence. But yeah, Matt Macklin, thanks for talking to Into Boxing. Always a pleasure catching up with you, and we'll hopefully catch up again before the end of fight week.
We will. Cheers.